Okay, so question 10 of the non-calculator paper. It's a starred question, which means the quality of our written communication is going to be examined, and it also means I must write a conclusion at the end of the question. It starts off by saying the diagram shows the floor of a village hall. Well, I don't really care about that, so I've crossed that out. And it says the caretaker needs to polish the floor. Well, I don't really care about that too much. It doesn't help me with any of the calculations. I've then got some information. It says one tin of polish normally costs £19, normally costs, and one tin of polish covers 12 metres squared. So I'm talking about an area of the floor. And this is a key bit of information. There's also a discount, 30% of the cost of the polish. The caretaker's got £130 to spend. Has the caretaker got enough money to buy the polish for the floor? You must show your working, so this is really key. You must show your working. I think the first thing with these starter questions is thinking about how you're going to calculate or make this calculation or make this assessment. So I'm thinking in my head, well, I'm going to have to calculate the area of the floor first. So that's the first thing I'm going to calculate. The second thing, well, once I know the area, I know one tin of polish covers 12 metres. So the second thing, I could find out how many tins needed. So that's the second thing I'm going to find out. I've used that bit of information. Third bit of information then is, okay, well, how much are those tins going to cost? So cost, no discount. Okay, so then I've used that bit of information. And then I said, well, okay, I need to find out the cost with the discount. So use this last bit of information. That's the fourth thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do the cost, and that's going to be with discount. And once I've found out this cost, I can compare it to 130, and that will tell me if I've got enough or I haven't got enough. So I've kind of thinking in my head, well, these are the four things I'm going to calculate. I think it's best if you do a little subheading for each one. So the first thing I'm going to do now in my working out here, I'm going to find the area of the floor. I go back up to my shape. I look at the shape and it's a compound area, so I'm going to have to divide it up. I could draw a line across here and divide it with a rectangle at the top and a rectangle at the bottom. The problem I think with there is 16 times 6, that doesn't sound particularly nice. I was wondering if I divide it a different way would the calculations be easier. So I could divide it this way, and then I've got one rectangle 9 by 8. 9 by 8, that's going to be 72 metres squared. So I could do that. If this bit's 9 and the total is 16, then I know this bit is 7. So for the area of this bit, I've got 7 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42 metres squared. So I kind of can look at my area here, add those two together, I've got the area of the floor. So I go back to my working out. Area of the floor, I'm going to calculate, so I'm going to do 9 times 8 equals 72 metres squared. And 7 times 6 equals 42 metres squared. And if I add those two together, I've got area equals 2 and 2 is 4, 7 and 4 is 11. So I've got 114 metres squared. So that's the area of the floor. Okay, over to here then I said how many tins am I going to calculate? Oh, sorry, how many tins do I need? So how many tins? How many tins? That's what I'm going to calculate next. How many tins are required? Okay, well if I had 10 tins, that's an easy number. Each tin covers 120 metres squared of the floor, sorry, 12 metres squared of the polish. So 10 tins is going to cover 120 metres squared. Well, that's very close to my 114, so that looks like it's likely a number. I'll just do a check. 9 tins. I'll take 12 away from this, I'm left with 108 metres squared. That's not going to be enough because I need 114 metres squared. So 10 tins required. There we go. So I've worked out how many tins are needed. Next thing I'm going to do is what's the cost of those tins. So number 3, cost, no discount. Well, if one tin costs £19, 10 tins costs 19 times 10, so that's going to be £190, and I've nearly forgotten to put my units quite a few times, but because it's this starred question I need to make sure I've got my units. So the 10 tins is going to cost £190. Next thing, I need to work out my discount then. Discount up here, it said it was 30% of the cost of the polish, so 10% of my cost, £190, that's going to be £19. So how do I find 30%? 30% of 190 is going to be 3 lots of 19, so that's going to be £57. So that's my discount. So my cost with discount, I'm going to take the cost without a discount and then take my discount away. So I'm going to do 190, take away 57. 0 take away 7 I can't do because the bottom number's bigger. So I'm going to borrow at the top. The 9 becomes an 8 and it borrows, the one it's borrowed becomes a 10. So I get 10 take away 7 is 3, 8 take away 5 is 3, 1 take away nothing is 1. So the cost, no discount, is equal to £133. It says here the caretaker has £130. Has the caretaker got enough money for the polish? The answer is no. I need to write that in a conclusion. Just writing the answer, the word no is not sufficient. So, no, the caretaker does not have enough money. He requires £133. And that sentence there is worth a mark at the end.